could just... no. Hey, what's up you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another Mezco Toys action figure review on the 1/12 Collective DC Comics Green Arrow. If you're trying to pick this up, you can get it.
Big. Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below.
I always like the packaging for these Mezco toys. We get this big old Green Arrow right over there, DC Comics Green Arrow 1/12 Collective, more Green Arrow on the side. Then we get some product shots right over there, and then another Green Arrow. It says 1/12 Collective at the top with some spot varnishing on the packaging, very nice. And then it says ages 15 and up. Make sure that you have to be at least 15 and up to get this. It says Green Arrow right there, and then you get this magnet holding things together. You get the little plastic protector right there for the plastic, and then you get this really cool image of Green Arrow right there. I love the watercolor artwork, not too bad at all. Anyway, let's get to it and crack this thing open. And here's Green Arrow out of the packaging, looking pretty sweet up on the flight stand. That comes with this piece. I think this is a good figure. I actually really like it. I really like the paint apps, especially around the shin guards and the forearms over here and on his quiver. That's very impressive to me. There's parts of the articulation that I don't like so much, so that knocks some points down from this figure being one of my favorites. This is definitely not one of my favorite Mezco Toys figures, but still a good figure nonetheless. Anyway, he does come with some cool accessories, so let's take a closer look at those, and then we'll take a closer look at Green Arrow. Now, I really like the flight stand right here, or the base that comes with the figure. I think that's really cool that we get this big old arrow right there. This is all feeling glossy. This kind of has that matte from the deco on there. And then you do get the stand, which has a point of articulation at the bottom, and then one right up there, and then the last one at the top. And then you can rotate the top of this, and you also get the clamp. And of course, if you don't want to use the flight portion of that, you can just go ahead and pop this out, and then port this peg right into the base like so. So if you want him just standing with that support, that's fine. This guy comes with a good chunk of accessories. He has a little knife right over there, and we get this trifecta of arrows all clumped together. And then we also get these other arrows that are basically just prop arrows that you just put into the quiver. And you can see we get a regular arrow right there, we get the kryptonite arrow, we get a grapple arrow, and then I guess this is a rocket or an explosive arrow. We also get a very nice bow, and then we also get a lot of interchangeable hands over here. But looking at this bow really quick, I just want to take a quick look at this because I really dig it a lot, man. I love the paint. I love how metallic looking it looks. Look at that. It's reflecting the light so cleanly. I really dig that a lot. It even has little scuffs on there, so you get a little bit of silver dry brushing on it. I think that is dope. I think that looks really cool. I'm very pleased with the bow. It's really strong too, so you can just go ahead and do that, and it feels really sturdy. Like you can leave it like this for a long time and it's not going to break or warp or anything like that. So I'm very pleased with that. Taking these prop arrows, and I know it goes in this part. Damn it. Okay, there we go. So that looks pretty sweet. And looking at the quiver, I think that's awesome. I haven't tried removing this yet. And then he also has this little knife. You can see the little sheath for the knife right there. So that's pretty cool. And that has a little scuff, nice metallic green on it. And looking at the blade right over here, looks pretty good. Nice silver paint on it. The handle looks pretty nice too, so I'm digging that. And then we can just get that ported right in here. Let's see. Yeah, got it in there, right? Did I put that in the right way? Yep, I sure did. So that looks pretty sweet. Stays in there very nicely. And then looking at these different arrowheads, you can see the grapple right there, looking pretty sweet. And here's this rocket one, just getting a closer look at it. I'm calling it a rocket one. Here's the 3 arrows, and you can see that how they're connected with the feathers right there. And then he has the kryptonite arrow, which I think looks really cool, which interestingly has like a translucent green at the end of it, as opposed to these other ones that it's just solid metallic paint. So I think they forgot to paint the end of it. You can see that it has a little notch in there, and it's like that for all of these, so you could get the little stringy right in there. Then looking at these interchangeable hands, so he has a pair of fisted hands right there, looking pretty sweet. And then we also get these bow holding hands, so you can hold the bow in either hand, so that's pretty cool. Get these wide open hands right over here, so he's reaching and grabbing for things, not talking about Black Canary. And this is the knife holding hand right over there. Then you can see this is for holding just one arrow, or you could have him holding an arrow with this one, or you could have him holding an arrow with the other hand right there, so you could have a right-handed arrow holding hand and a left-handed arrow holding hand. Then this one I really like a lot. This is for the 3 arrows, so you can make sure that you get these all in between the fingers right here. So I think that's pretty cool that you could do that. I really dig that a lot. And then of course you get your baggie, so you can put all your green goodies in there. And then to demonstrate loading up the rest of this quiver with these arrows over here, I'm going to leave the grapple and the triple arrows to the side. So these other 3 I'll go ahead and put in there. But these guys right here, they don't really fit in there. And of course, you know, this grapple just takes up too much room. So you get a total of 3 actual arrows that you could put in there. And you know, you could rearrange them the way you like. I think that looks actually pretty cool. Now, before we get into the face sculpt, I do want to talk about this hood, which is really neat. It is a very posable hood. We do get a bendy wire coming all the way around here. Plus, we get another bendy wire coming through the top of the hood. So I love that we have that. The only thing is I feel like this seam is just a little off center. I could be wrong about that, but I feel like I have to kind of, if I even things out, it would be a little bit more off to the side. So that frustrates me, but I do love that we get a posable hood over here. I think that's just really cool. You can see as I bend it around, I just think that is really neat that we can do this. So peeling all this back and smushing it down back right there, you know, and then we get our Oliver Queen head sculpt. Not looking too shabby. I think it actually looks really nice. I like the hair. Fortunately, I do have a tiny little bit of a scuff on his chin right there, on his goatee anyway, so you can see a little bit of paint on that, but it's very subtle. Again, I do like the flesh tone. You can see a little bit of color variation right there around the mouth and everything, and around the ears. So it does get a little clumpy in the inside of the ear right there, but for the most part, I really do like the flesh tone. I think the blonde hair looks really nice. The white paint for the mask looks good. It looks pretty nice, man. Yeah, very nice looking colored hair right there. I love seeing color variation, so that pleases me. And then looking at the rest of the figure, I think it looks really nice. I mean, we get this fake leather right here. I believe this is made out of polyester. I'm not 100% sure. And he does have a functioning zipper, which I'm not ever going to try to remove the clothes on this thing. And then he does have this nice belt coming around the top over here and around the shoulders, and I'm not going to try to remove any of that stuff. If you can, let me know, but I dare not to. I'd rather just not. I think it looks fine the way it is. I actually really like the way it looks. A little tiny piece of thread coming out underneath there, that bothers me some. But the paint looks pretty cool on the forearms right over here. On the inside of the arm, it looks really good. Nice strap, and again, I really like the gauntlets right here. This looks really cool. I like all those scratches and everything. That looks really sweet, man. It's like you could almost see yellow in the green, right? Just the way it reflects light. It just looks really cool. I'm digging it, and all the hands have those little rivets on them too. I'm a big fan of that. The belt buckle looks really good over here. He has these little canisters on the side. Another thing that's really awesome is that this portion is also posable, so you don't have to worry about, you know, this little part of his shirt, you know, getting stuck upwards forever. That is articulated, so I'm very happy that they did that. This part, the wire doesn't come all the way through, but there we go. They're just looking at the back. Again, very nice paint apps on those straps and everything, looking really good. Again, I really like that quiver. We get some gold buttons and stuff right over there. And then he just has the spandex black for his thighs and his legs, and then these look really sick. Man, I love that attention to detail. I just cannot get over that. That just looks so cool to me. You can see the yellow and the green, man. Whoa. Ah, that's so awesome. I love it. And some nice gold buckles again on the back. And the boots look pretty clean too. On the top of them, they look pretty nice. Got some scuffs and everything right there. Yeah, man, not looking too shabby. And he does have peg holes and treads at the bottom of his feet, even though those are really weird looking treads. Now, the articulation is not bad on this figure. It's really just not the best I've seen from Mezco. He can look up though. I think that's pretty sweet, and he will look down that much. You also get side to side movement right there, and you do get a great amount of head pivot. His shoulders don't allow his arms to move down all the way. That frustrates me. I wish we can get him into a more relaxed pose. It's mostly because of these pieces right over here, but his shoulders will move all the way outward that much, and they will move forward. You get a bicep swivel, double jointed elbows that bend in that much. Then he has swivels on the wrist, and they hinge up and down, and they can move in whichever direction you want to rotate that peg in. He also has an ab crunch that will bend forward that much and move back that much. You do get some ab pivot right over there, and you can turn it side to side. Also for the waist joint, you can turn it side to side and get him crunching forward a lot more with the waist joint and back with the waist joint, and a little bit of pivot right there at the waist too. His hip joints can move outward that much. I don't want to stretch it out more than that though. And then he can kick forward pretty far and not back as much. He has an upper thigh cut, double jointed knees that bend all the way in. And then the most disappointing part of the articulation for this figure for me is the ankle. Oh, you could also rotate the boot over here too. I want to mention that. But the ankle only moves down a tiny bit. if anything at all, and it moves a tiny bit upward, and you can rotate it side to side, but the ankle pivot on this thing is really weak. So yeah, I'm really, give it ankle pivot, Mezco. Gotta give it ankle pivot. Now to measure out Green Arrow, you can see that he's standing just a little over 6.5 inches tall. Then comparing this Mezco Green Arrow to the only other Green Arrow I have in my collection, we have the DC Collectibles DC Icons Green Arrow. And as you can notice, his hood right here has a point, and that's what I'm used to seeing for Green Arrow, is a little pointy hood. So that's one thing I wish I was able to get on this figure, is a little bit more of a point in that hood. Then comparing Green Arrow to another DC Mezco Toyz figure, we have the BVS Batman over here. And I didn't break out the Dark Knight Returns Mezco figure because it took me a while to get him on that display. And that figure and this figure right here are at about the same height. So yeah, there's your size comparison. And then comparing Green Arrow to another green meanie, we have the Marvel Legends Big Time No Let Down Spider-Man. So here's a figure with the hood on again, and that's me trying my best to get that little signature Green Arrow point in the hood. And I am disappointed in the lack of ankle pivot over here, but I am happy that this bow actually fires. As I was trying to pose him, I accidentally shot an arrow into my garbage can, and I was like, what the hell, look at this, you could actually shoot an arrow. That is awesome as hell. Let's do it one more time, okay? That is sick, man. So I didn't realize that you could actually do that. It does, you know, as tight as that is, it does make it a little tricky, but, you know, you can get them posed like that and everything. So I don't think this is a bad figure at all. I might be selling it. So if you want to see the figures that I have for sale, check out ShartimusPrime.net/store. And I hope you guys liked this review. If you did, please hit the like button. Go ahead and leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. If you're not subscribed, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It'll be popping up at your face. If you're already subscribed, hit that notification bell, and you can see a photo gallery of images over at toynewseye.com. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.
Posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures every day. I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, it's okay.
That's crispy.
We're shot in your face. I said we're shot in your face. I said we're shot in your face. I said we're shot